How's it going, guys? This is AK Beast, and so today we're gonna be starting off a bit.
You're just alone, like you're just talking to yourself.
All right, so we kind of want to do Q&As, every now and then. And the first topic I'm gonna tell them, since I'm kind of new to the series, as a beginner, or no, as someone who wants to start watching the series, or what anime relates to it. My Hero Academia. Like, what can you tell me about it?
Wait, is this the legit one? Like,
yeah,
the real
it's right here, man. Like, we're gonna have to edit that out because he already thinks it's not a Q&A. Nah, we're gonna keep rolling. Let's go.
Exactly. You want professionalism? Fuck that. Fuck that. What's the question? Like,
all right.
I didn't even say who the fuck I was. Panzer. You didn't even introduce me.
Yes, I did.
Well, I didn't introduce me until just now.
Well, neither did I.
What was the question?
What was the answer? I'm kidding. All right. So, as someone who hasn't seen My Hero Academia, I've been kind of putting it off because I've been watching other stuff. What anime relates to it, or as a viewer, what makes me want to watch it?
I mean, I told you before, so I'm not gonna say it now.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Next question.
No, like I told him before, is that
he hasn't.
It's your basic shonen anime. And a lot of things about it are super simplistic to the point where
what is shonen anime? Like, if I haven't watched it, obviously I know what it is, but for people who haven't,
like Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, like the
Titans.
Yeah, what shonen more translates to is shonen is young boy. Well, that's the translation. So it's usually directed. That's the target audience, which is why all those are about high action comedy shit like that, not necessarily romance, not necessarily deep plot. It's just boom, get out there, in your face, entertain you. So it's similar in that way. That's the genre that it's classified under, but it's a lot of it is really simplistic, but it's done so well. And that's the thing, is that when you as I'm explaining it, if somebody else was explaining it to me,
no spoilers, by the way.
I don't know why. Oh yeah, I guess I'm not gonna talk about what happens in it. But if I was hearing it, someone else explaining it to me, that a simple anime, or simple characters, one dimensional, so to speak, it sounds horrible. It's not really interesting. But it does it in a real way. Because I don't know, a lot of times you also see other anime that kind of maybe it doesn't seem like that.
It's not relatable to the person.
Yeah, because it's too try hard, or there's way too much it's not relatable, in the sense that their backstories have to be super fucked up, okay, mini spoiler, not really. It happens in the first video, because I had already told you about that. But I don't know.
Pause the video if you don't want to watch this or whatever.
But fuck your feelings, just listen. No, in One Piece and shit, all the fucking all the Straw Hat Pirates, they all have a terrible background. In their childhoods, it's always something
dark, yeah.
It's something dark. It's something super crazy that made them that changed them, so to speak. In My Hero Academia, it's literally just
is it academia or academia?
It
depends on the person.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's literally just that he got the short end of the straw, or the stick, whatever. Because in that universe, in that day and age, 80% of the population have quirks, which is basically superpowers. And it's as far as everyone knows it or whatever, it's one quirk per person, and 80% of the people have it. But you find out by the time you're in, I think it was preschool or something, because it's weird, the way they checked it out is that if you have a quirk, you have an extra appendage on your, not an appendage, an extra, what is it, phalange on your pinky toe, you have an extra bone.
Oh, okay.
It's weird. So they checked them out and they're oh yeah, no, your son's never gonna have a quirk. And what sucks is that his thing was that he wanted to be a superhero, because his idol is the number one superhero, and he's a super charismatic guy, and he's awesome, whatever, he wants to be like him. So
what's his name?
Who, the hero or the kid?
Both, I guess.
Okay, well the kid's name is Izuku Midoriya, and the hero is called All Might.
All Might, okay.
All Might, yeah, and he's super popular. He's consider him a celebrity and the best hero. And whatever. It's sad, but it's not a dark past. It's literally just fuck. I wanted to be a hero and now I can't. and everyone's kind of telling him like,
kind of like with like relatable, like in the real world, like you want to be an athlete, but you're born with
yeah,
bad
yeah,
genetics.
exactly. And it's also relatable because kind of everybody's just like, just give it up. Like you got to be real. Like same thing. Like when he's in middle school, about to go to high school, everyone around him, everyone else in his class has quirks, and he's the only one who doesn't. And he has a little notebook where he's like writing down like I don't know, like different hero powers and all that, because he's just genuinely interested, and he still wants to be a hero even without like powers. And even the teacher's like, yeah, maybe you know, be real. Like, think of an actual career. Like, there's no point in dreaming, so to speak. And that sucks. That's relatable because, especially in our society, like, how many times do people just say, like, you know, don't do YouTube. Like, well, you're wasting your time. Like even if you're doing it for fun, it's like, it's the rest of the people telling you what to do that puts you down.
Yeah.
And that's what's, and like, see, that's it's so simplistic, but it's so relatable to the point where you're just like, oh, like, I feel for you, man. And I mean, whatever, like,
no, that's true,
like
man.
Things play out, but that's like the only example I'll give towards that, just to like not spoil anymore. But yeah, I mean, it's just done well, man. Like, I can't really explain it. And like, to expand on this, I've watched a lot of anime, like easily over 100.
That's true. That's true.
A lot. And I kind of have this thing is that whenever like a new anime comes out, and especially if people are super hyped about it, I'm already like at a negative point with it, because I don't know, it's kind of one of those things, like, it's, you know, not to be a hipster, but like if it's popular, I'm already like, oh, it's, you know, it's like, it's uncultured swine watching that anime that, you know, say it's great. But and I've seen a lot of anime where even if like by popular consensus it was great, I end up being like, yeah, you know, it was okay. But like My Hero Academia was the only one that I've seen so far that has surpassed my expectations. Like, I went into it skeptical, and I
like any anime or like a shonen anime.
No, like any anime, because I mean, a lot of people hyped up Sword Art Online. I saw it and I was like, it's alright. A lot of people hyped up. I don't know, a lot of animes that people hype up, and that's kind of the takeaway that I get from it. I'm just like, oh, you know, it's alright. You know, like, probably wouldn't watch it again, but you know, I'm not sad I didn't watch it, or I'm not sad I watched it. But I mean, I told you, like, My Hero Academia, like, I'll watch it again, like, right now with you. Like, oh, it's one of those that you're just like, dude, like, I don't care. Like, it's good. And like I said, I went into it already, like, you know, crossed arms, like, no, I don't like this. I'm not gonna like this. Like, I'm telling myself I'm not gonna like it. And then after watching it, I'm like, fuck, it's good. Like, no, why is it good? Like, it's awesome. And I just kept going. And they just finished the second the second season. And
so this week was actually the final episode for that season.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And it was again, like, it does things different. Like I had told them before, like, the outcomes, you can kind of tell what's gonna happen, but it's not in the way you think it is. Like, it's a weird way to kind of phrase it, but I don't know. It's definitely,
so it's not like a predictable anime.
Like, things just happen. And because you asked me before, is it funny? Oh my god, dude! Some moments,
hilarious.
Oh fuck, dude! Like, I had to pause an episode. It was like in the second season where, whatever, I'm not gonna say, but god, there's this one scene in the second season. Oh my god, I had to stop it for like 10 minutes, dude. I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, oh, what the fuck? It's so fast and random that you're like, it caught me off guard, like, nasty. But I don't know, like, if I had to say like a recommendation of animes, of recent animes, that's literally the only one that I can think of. Like, even like seeing the second season of Attack on Titan, like, it was great. Like, they followed the manga pretty well, but even then I was like, I don't know, maybe because I read the manga already, I was like,
you already expected it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. But still, I don't know, man. Don't sleep on My Hero Academia.
Yeah, I feel like just because it's more relatable to life, I feel.
Yeah. It's one of those that, like, even though it's fantasy world with powers and all that stuff, it's like it's a play on our society, on real world,
like slice of life.
Yeah, because it still has those things like kind of racism, or things like that. Like it implements those issues in a different way to make them more relatable. And I'm telling you, because Midoriya, dude, Izuku's he's a beast, dude. Like, and again, he's not a beast in the way you think, but like, you see it and you're just like, my dog.
I feel you. Well, guys, this is our first Q&A. We're doing
just
so
did it.
many. We're gonna do anime, video games, pretty much any Q&A, just for fun. Comment, subscribe, tell us how we did, and any new last words, Panzer?
Go fucking watch My Hero Academia.
You got it, guys.
Even if you've seen it already, go watch it again. I'll watch it with you. No.
Nah, he probably will.
Nah, I probably
Nah, he won't. Nah, he's got to watch it with me first. But peace out, guys, and stay tuned.
Later.